Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today is my first update for the 2025 Deck of Panning project. So if you are new, this is a project where the items you work on for the month are randomly selected by a deck of cards. And then Emily and Max has come up with a game board going with these, and the card correlates with a spot on the game board telling you what kind of product to pick to work on for the month, and then you can set your own goals. So I did an initial round in January, so I'm going to update you on those items and select new items for this upcoming month. If you haven't already, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It's totally free. Subscribe, and I would love to have you back on the channel for all things makeup. Thank you so much if you're already subscribed, and don't forget to like this video for more content on your algorithm from me. So in January, I did pretty well. I set some pretty realistic goals. I felt like most of them I only put 10 uses. After chatting with some of you in the comments and getting some feedback, some of you said you change how many uses depending on how easy or hard you think it'll be to get those uses. So for some of these, I knew 10 would be easy. The suggestion was maybe I go to 12 or 15 if I know it's something that's going to be easy. Maybe keep it at 10 or even a little less if it's something more challenging. So I'm going to try to keep that in mind this month. The Colourpop lip oil in Team Jacob, I used that 10 times. That was super easy for me. Let's see, Ciate London primer. This one here, the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I'm wearing that one right now. I used that more than 10 times easily. Probably got about half of this Deluxe Mini gone now. That was pretty easy. The Melt Lip Liner in shade Headbang. I also used that over 10 times. That was pretty easy. I paired it with the lip oil frequently. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but I used the Blend Bunny Bare Cheeks blush palette 10 times, also pretty easily. The only thing that is going to roll over to February that I can't pick a new card for is this product item. I'm trying to combine words right here. This is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It is the pressed bronzer in shade Skinny Dip, and this one was not a certain number of uses. It was just use it until I hit pan, and I have been able to see the metal rings peeking through for months now, because I had this in the project at least once last year too. When I did this, you can probably see the outline of the metal rings, but still no peeking. And I have used this, I'd say about 20 times this month. I'm wearing it right now on the face as well, and there's definitely a visible divot down in the pan, but still no pan. So that's the one that's going to carry and roll over into February, and working on it through the first part of March. But other than that, I'm going to pull 4 new cards, which I'm super excited about because I feel like, especially towards the end of last year, I was not getting to pull that many new cards per month. So yeah, let's see what we get this time. So I'm going to pull from the middle of the deck here. We're starting with the Queen of Clubs. Okay, the Queen of Clubs says pick your space, but I learned last time when I got pick your space that it's not supposed to be any on the whole game board. It's supposed to be a space in the correlating suit column. So let me look at that column and see what I want to do here. Okay, so one of these says broken, so I'm going to pick that one because I would really like to get rid of this highlighter. It was on my planning to pan 24 items in 2024, and because I had put multiple highlighters on the list, I used the other highlighter up but did not get to this one, but it's just in pieces. So I've been working on it and wanting to get rid of it because it is in pieces. This is the Morphe highlighter in shade Spark, and I'm going to challenge myself to use it 15 times this month because I feel like this is an easy item that, you know, will pair with pretty much any matte blush. I'm not even wearing highlighter right now. I just did a matte blush only today with the bronzer. It still looks a little like glowy skin like though, I feel like, because of this and the Ritual Defy Luminous 3-drop foundation that I wore. Anyway, total side note. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use that broken one up, I think. or at least use it 15 times and see how much closer that gets us, because that probably won't fully use it up still. Okay, next up we've got the 10 of clubs, multiple clubs today, and that says copycat. So the cool thing about this is if you're not sure what a prompt means, you can look it up on one of the other tabs. So copycat means a product you've seen someone else panning. I don't know that I've really watched a lot of panning content, I'm gonna be honest, this year. Something I've seen someone panning. The only thing I can think of is I've seen some people doing like with the palettes where you do like the Sink My Battleship kind of a collab type thing. So maybe I'll pick a palette to use. I know that's usually a little harder for me because I like to switch my palettes around. So maybe I'll use something 10 times to challenge myself a little bit with a palette. Let me think about that. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here because this is in my planning to pan 25 items in 2025, and it's a face and eye palette. And I've actually already panned all 3 of these shades last year, but I'm gonna put in this product just because, I don't know, it's eyeshadows, you know, that I've seen people work on panning eyeshadows doing, or like, I know I mentioned the Battleship, but like the Level Up and No Pan Left Behind and eyeshadow palettes. But I don't want to commit to like a whole palette, honestly. So this is a couple shades of eyeshadow and more of an illuminator, like a highlighter, but I've used it on the eye too, that I will use for more like out the door everyday work kind of looks and less inspiring looks, to be honest. So I'll put that one in here, and should I say 15 for this one too? Okay, I'm gonna say 15. I'm gonna push myself 15 times. I'm gonna use this one as well. Okay, next card. I've been getting clubs a lot. Let's see if we can get something else. Oh, strange. This is blank. I didn't even know there were blank cards in this deck, but okay. That's bizarre. Another blank one. 2 blanks in a row, and I pulled them from opposite sides of the deck. That's bizarre. Okay, let's try again. Okay, now we got one here. This is the 4 of spades this time. And the 4 of spades says a glowy product. Okay, I'm gonna pick another product from my planning to pan. I know I'm double dipping a little bit, but it just gives me more motivation to use them even. So I'm gonna put this one. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. This foundation, I want to use this whole full-size product by the end of the year, and I need to be good. I feel like using it now because it's in ultra fair, and I am ultra fair right now, but I know once I'm outdoors a little bit more in the summer, this will at some point become too light for me. So I need to work on it a lot now in the winter while I can, before it's too light for me and I have to like mix it or ignore it for a while. So I'm gonna say the Urban Decay, and I'm gonna say 15 times for that too, because I do like this one, and it really does not take very much of this to cover my face. Like, it's quite pigmented, so yeah, it's gonna be tough to finish this in a year. I honestly don't know if I'll be able to do it or not. It's the only foundation I put in my project. And last but not least, let's see, one more. Ooh, okay, the 8 of Diamonds. I was gonna say we haven't gotten any red cards this whole video. Okay, 8 of Diamonds. Chopping block. Okay, so I think chopping block, let me check the prompts here. It's usually something people want to get rid of. Chopping block. Something you need to make a decision on whether to keep. So I keep everything. Like, I don't do declutters, honestly. Hypothetical ones, maybe. There's definitely stuff I don't like, but it's not stuff that's like on the chopping block, because I make myself use stuff up even if I don't really love it. So maybe I'll put something that's like, I don't know how I feel about it quite yet, even though I'm not getting rid of it. It's just kind of like a, I don't know if I like it or not. I can't tell. And I have a product in mind, actually. It's this primer from Cover FX, the Mattifying Primer Plus Acne Treatment. I haven't decided how I feel about this yet. I've got this also in my planning to pan project, but I haven't used it enough to really know how I feel about it. And I haven't used it with a variety of foundations. I've really just like paired it with one thing, and that's the Urban Decay. And yeah, sometimes I've been like, oh, okay, and other days I've been like, it's kind of dry. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. So I guess if I were decluttering things, that would be something that would be on the chopping block, where I'm like considering not liking it or getting rid of it. Does that count? I'm gonna say it does regardless. And I am only going to say 10 times for this one. Not for the fact that I won't use primer, but this specifically has salicylic acid in it. That is the acne treatment. And if I'm using tretinoin, which is, you know, a type of retinol, I don't want to pair too many things at once and like start to get my skin peeling and overly dried out. My tretinoin I usually only use once every 3 days or so. So I don't want to put this too many times because I don't think I'll be able to use it every single consecutive day without detriment or over drying to my skin. So I feel like 10 times is more realistic, so I can use it kind of sporadically and not dry myself out with the salicylic acid too much. But still kind of test it out a little bit more. And it's just a mini, so I'm trying to use it up anyway. So yeah, that makes us have the Jaclyn Bronzer Hitting Pan, 15 uses for the Morphe Highlighter, the Laura Geller Eye and Face Palette, and the Urban Decay Foundation, and 10 uses for the Cover FX Primer. Okay, new rotation, you guys. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've been trying to be better about picking items that match the prompts that I could technically use all of those in one look and get a use for everything. That's super helpful, I feel like, in hitting those goals. Let me know what you think of my picks. Was I a little bit more fair going 15 on some of those than only 10? I would love to hear from you, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!